We started our kayak trip to Greece on the Peloponnese with the river combo Loukissas from Karytena to Matesi. The water level was low at about 4 cubic meters per second. The Loukissas from the left flows into the Vjosë from right ahead. The first difficult part comes on the Vjosë after a longer straight stretch and announces itself with big boulders at the shore. The second difficulty is after the big gorge. The eddy at the left hand side is pretty small. At this water level there were two possibilities, the clever way and the epic fail. The end of the section is marked by high cypresses tree on the left-hand shore. On the second day we paddled the middle Erymanthos from Vjosë to Elea. The water level was at a low 5 cumex. Be sure to check out the video of this section from 2 years ago. The middle part of the Erymanthos is in a low, secluded valley with low conglomerate canyons. The lowest part of the Erymanthos flows through scrubland and is only advisable at high water level. On the third day we went on to the upper Erymanthos, which had a critical low water level at about 3 cubic meters at the put-in at Tripotama. The upper section of the Erymanthos from Tripotama to Vjosë is quite lengthy with 16 kilometers. Also the second part of those 16 kilometers are of the most difficult whitewater we paddled that year in Greece. Fortunately, the less experienced paddlers can disembark at the power station at Lambia right before the difficult section starts. 2 years ago, when we last did this stretch, the accu on the camera ran out in the middle of it, so this is the second try. Be sure to check out all the videos on YouTube of the Erymanthos sections. This time we did it with less scouting, but had to contend with obstacles like tree logs we had to drive over or falling rocks. Once out of the canyon, the whitewater gets a bit easier, but only marginally. On our fourth day, we traveled north, passing the biggest ski resort on Peloponnese, Kalavrita. At the Strait of Corinth in Aegeo we had a look into the Selinuntas and found the water level low but sufficient. Therefore we drove up to the put-in at the confluence of the Selinuntas and the Manesaikos below the village of Petsaki. Water level the next day was even lower than the evening before due to snowmelt and hydropower. Therefore, we had more than the one obligatory portage. The main difficulties certainly are the exposedness and the obstacles like rocks and trees. The Selinuntas drains the north flank of the Erymanthos mountain range, cutting through two more ranges to reach the Strait of Corinth. Besides the technical difficulties, there were also some biological challenges in the form of potentially poisonous snakes in the water. After the Selinuntas, we crossed the Strait of Corinth at Patras, had a look at the Evinos and decided that water level was too low. Therefore, the next day we drove up to Nikos camp in Plaka, where at this time of year you can always find some paddlers. On day number 7 we paddled on the Arachthos from the bridge of Karpsi to Vartosi. As there is already a clip from 2 years ago, I included only the core sections of the Milky Way here. The next day we put in on the Kalaretikos at the bridge of Michalitsi, till Plaka. This stretch includes the Green Canyon of the Kalaretikos and the Great Canyon of the Erymanthos. For both sections there is a more detailed clip from 2 years ago. Nikos told us that the Acheron, one valley over, should have sufficient water. On the 9th day, therefore, we paddled from below the dam under which all the water flows through till the bridge of Terpia. The first 2/3 are nice gravel bed. After that the gradient picks up and culminates in the Scala Gurilinga at the unfinished power plant. At this low level this was Wild Waters 3. Each time in Greece it seems that I at least pass Kalampaka with the Meteora monasteries. Must be the center of the universe. This time we passed them on our way to the Black Ant Canyon on the Venetikos, of which there is a video from 2 years available linked in the description. Breaks the silence. The mist and the fog now hover, covering fields of men embracing their demise. Let the reaper of dreams harvest your soul. As expected, on day 11 the water level on the Miliarpotamos in Mikrolivato was low at 3 cumex. Therefore not everyone paddled this stretch. Compared to 2 years ago, we could run one of the sections we previously walked. See the director's cut of the Miliarpotamos linked in the description. Steady my aim for the killing blow. My heart pounding hard and heavy before it gets to the water level, we ended the trip at the fort below Spileo. One of the highlights was certainly the Voidomatis near the Albanian border on day 12. The most tiresome part was to carry the boat down to the springs 300 meters below the village of Vjosë. But once down, we put in on 100% pure spring water as the river bed upstream was dry. The first 2/3 hold some technical challenges. The Voidomatis reminds me of the Grand Canyon of the Ladon. Of both of them, detailed videos are available on this channel. For part of the team, the Voidomatis was the last river of their holidays. We drove back to the Veneticos along the Aos. On the way, we inspected a possible put-in at Distrato. Before reaching the valley of the Veneticos, we passed through another ski resort, Vasilista. With this reduced setup, we investigated the Alkemonas from the confluence of the Veneticos till the next weir downstream on our 14th day. On our last day we decided to once again paddle the Kalaritikos Arachthos combination, so everybody had a stretch to paddle. In addition, these rivers are quite near to the harbor in Igoumenitsa, from where our ferry left in the evening. The complete soundtrack in the background is Creative Commons from yamendo.com. In order of appearance: Greek Dance by duo Campella, Xara by Antonis Thalassionos, The Connection by Code 10, Winds of Ithaca by Antti Martikainen, Ripper of Dreams by Georg Loukissas, Greek Salad by Anders Land, Saxiploc by German Shepard.